the situation, as our colleagues have actually adumbrated in the thesis that you have played, is accurately what is going on the ground, and even more egregious than what is expressed in those audio. At the moment, we are owed stipends between 6 to 36 months. There are people who haven't received their stipend for 36 months, so which means if you are a PhD student, for the entire 3 years that you have been here, you haven't received a dime. The schools have not been reimbursed. Let me say, because Kojo actually indicate some of the processes that the new government could take. Let me say is that the new registrar in April, when the students wanted to go on demonstration, the new registrar came here in the early part of May and actually engaged some of the universities and went into some sort of agreement with them that they will be paying, particularly in University of Birmingham, they will be remitting some sort of 10% of the debt that they owe. The registrar also met the larger group of the students in various forums and assured them that by end of May, some stipends will be paid. But to our dismay, when the registrar returned to Ghana, he launched a very, scatty media engagement, which obviously didn't really communicate exactly what he came here to say. And so that is where we are now. We have tried to get in touch with the representatives here, and a lot of students will tell you when they send an email, nobody responds. And so people are really, really in a very excruciating circumstances. As you have heard from the audio, people have been jettisoned from their various accommodation. Food banks have now become the order of the day for most of the students. And you see, those of you who have had the opportunity to study abroad, you understand in the UK, for instance, when you're hungry, you cannot go and then knock at anybody's door and say, like the way we do it in Ghana, and say, today I don't have food, so give me something. There is nothing like that. When you are sick, it is only you and your God. As I speak to you now, some of our colleagues are depressed, they are bedridden, and they are not able to do anything because of the circumstances. And I can mention my personal circumstances to you. Recently, where I'm writing my final thesis, and then one of my chapters, after my supervisor read, he said, what has happened? It does appear like you have gone off board a bit. And then there was a subsequent well-being investigation, and they linked this to the non-payment of the stipend for nearly 20 months. And so the well-being officer had gotten in touch with me, and they decided that they have to raise the matter in the British Common. So they told me that they were going to email my local MP. For them, since the Ghanaian authorities do not want to address the matter, this issue needs to be raised at that level so that it becomes a diplomatic, because it's tied to a human rights. That is what the email says. And as I speak to you, last week I received an email from my local MP here in the UK saying that I should provide details, further details of the circumstances, and that they could table the issue in the British Parliament for a conversation to be espoused on it. So this is the level at which things are, and this is obviously going to cause some sort of a diplomatic embarrassment to Ghana. So, last year, some of our colleagues were withdrawn, and some of us were in a good position to even assist them and house a few of them. We are no longer in that position to assist most of our colleagues. So the situation is really, really dying. As our brother Samson enumerated during the his stake yesterday on the Joy News channel on Saturday, you could see some of our colleagues, the men, are actually being engaging in some sort of jobs like going to donate sperms and all those kind of things. These are reality. Sometimes when people talk about this, even initially when this matter came up, I was thinking that it was just one of the height of it, until I have gone to make further investigation and saw a flyer that is actually on the master's and the undergraduate platform where people go to engage in some of these things. So you can imagine if men can do this, what about our ladies? Particularly the PhD students. You can imagine a PhD student, the PhD process itself comes with some level of humbleness. So we don't want to be building up our stress, our mental depressions with conversations of this nature. But we don't have any other option. because 24 hours, unlike the masters and then the undergraduates who have some sort of, as we speak now, they are on a summer break, so they can go and then work. PhDs, you do not have any break. You are working 24 hours. You can see I'm in my office this morning. I literally even sleep here some of the time because I have to write, 100 pages, 200 pages, and all that. So it's a lot of work for the PhD. That 20 hours that is even granted to PhDs to where you cannot even work, because in the work portfolio of the UK now, you have to be a permanent worker, or you have to have a visa that grants you maximum time to work. No company is ready to take you to come and work for them for just 20 hours. They are looking for people continuity in their job portfolio. So the conundrum is really huge. And sometimes I feel so sad when we try to trivialize and politicize these things, because the stakeholders knows the caliber of people who have been sponsored,
Okay.
and they knew that this caliber of student that has been sponsored cut across all the political divides. So we know ourselves, PhD groups, we are working with almost about over a little over 80 numbers. We know everyone. So these are not political matters. These are not party issues. These are not trivialized matters. These are serious issues that is really affecting not only the mental health of students, it is also affecting the diplomatic relations of Ghana. And so our call is that we are pleading with the government. We know that it's a new government. I mean, it would be silly on anybody's part to just assume that this government is a contributor of this problem.